what we have in our back lot. Now, before you say, I'd really love to be driving around in this, just take a look at the condition of this car and how spotless it is, and think about how many hours you'd have to put it in to make it this way. That's what the people who come show at the Syracuse Nationals do, and we have the preview right now. Bob McLean joins us right now, part of the Right Coast Association. We're in front of, by the way, a Mustang, Fuzzy Dice et al. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Laura. How are you?
This is always a big show for this area.
It really is, and we're so excited. It's our 16th year. It's amazing. When we started, who knew, but it just keeps getting better every year, and the people in Central New York really embrace the show. And people are coming from 40 states and Canada, and those people have been coming often the whole time, all 16 years, so it's a real family atmosphere.
And we should say that the main event is at the State Fairgrounds, but we see the cars in the community too as they drive around, and that's part of the fun of it all.
It is, and it's one thing that makes this event a little different than some other large events, because the cars are so visible in the community, and I think that it is a great statement, and as I say, all the restaurants and the people in the community open up their arms to the folks that come in. It's just been a great 16 years, and we hope to do it for another 16.
Now, on the fairgrounds, yes, you have about 8,000 cars on display, but there's a lot more than just looking at cars.
Absolutely. We've got all kinds of events. It's a real family event, and as we always say, it's the state fair with cars instead of cows, and so it really is that atmosphere. Many, if not most, of the restaurants are open, and we have 15 bands on 2 stages. Everything you could possibly imagine for the family.
And in the past, you've told me that you have women events also if they don't like cars. But this car happens to be driven by a woman.
Absolutely, and we have a lot of really super automobiles that the ladies bring, and we have a woman's world for people who just want to see something a little bit different. But yeah, it really is. It embraces. We have over 400 commercial companies on the fairgrounds. You can buy pretty much anything you need to build or restore a car, so it's something for everybody.
Okay, and as we say, this is owned by a woman. Let's go meet her right now. Thanks, Bob. Cindy and Mike Abruzzi from North Syracuse, and you own both of these gorgeous cars, right?
We do. We do.
Let's talk about your Mustang first of all.
Okay.
Tell me, how long have you had it, first of all?
I've only had it about 3 years. It took me a long time to get him to buy a car for me. So I've had it about 3 years.
And did you add the Fuzzy Dice, or?
I did.
Very, very nice. And people have to say wow when they see it.
I get a lot of head turns when I drive it down the road.
Okay, now Mike bought it. Who maintains it in such spotless shape?
We both do.
Okay. And meet Mike, tell me a little bit about this other gorgeous car.
It's a 1934 Ford. I've had it for 30 years. The first initial build took about 1.5 years, and we drive it as much as we can drive it, and it's been everywhere, all over. We've been to Ohio, St. Paul, York, Pennsylvania. We've been everywhere with it, and we just have fun. It's a fun thing to do, and we enjoy the Nationals. You get to see the people you don't see. It's just a great thing to do.
Yeah, people say, I want to go to see the cars, but for the exhibitors, it's like a big homecoming, isn't it?
Oh, yes, especially if you need parts or anything you want to buy, like Bob said. You can get there, or somebody knows where you can get it. They have a wonderful swap meet. There's just tons of stuff to do, and you get to see people you haven't seen in a year.
Now, as you say, you have taken care of this car. It's gorgeous. Now, what kind of shape was it in when you got it?
When I got it, had a motor in it, and the body on it, and no interior, and it just had to be all redone. So we just took it all apart off the frame and just rebuilt it.
Wow.
And when we found the Mustang, it was in a barn full of water. So we just took it all apart and put it back together, and she's enjoying it. And we just love driving it.
Well, thank you both so much for sharing with us. Just gorgeous, and have a great show.
We always do.
And come out and see what they do, because it is a fabulous show. Even if you're not a die-hard person like you, Mike, who has done everything to cars, there's a lot you can learn. Syracuse Nationals next week. The exhibitors come in on Thursday. The show itself opens at the State Fairgrounds on Friday, right through Sunday. Make them feel welcome here in Central New York.